Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
Good evening. Woo! And welcome to the hangar at Oaks Amusement Park, home of the 4-time defending world champion Wheels of Justice. And the defending national champion Rosebuds All-Stars. All right, welcome y'all. We got a great one for you tonight. We have the Breakneck Betties. Taking on the Guns and Rollers. All right, so please stay behind the black bumpers. Don't want to get hit by a skater. Please don't pass in front while the jams are going. Just wait till in between the jams. That's it for housekeeping. Please put your hands together for all of our volunteers.
Woo! Hooray, volunteers.
And also for all of our officials on skates and off who make all this possible. And without further ado, let's get to it. Pony, who you got?
Puns tonight, it is my honor to introduce for you the Breakneck Betties! Skating for you tonight, number 07, Jackpot. Number 11, Bertha Beatdown. Number 130, Catcher in the Thigh. Number 234, Ice Hole. Number 237, Smack Terrence. Number 360, Zulu Mother Samother. Number 426, Ripley. Number 617, Stumps. Number 65, Juniper Simonis. Number 651, Gray's Lobotomy. Number 700, Spring Roll. Number 71, Danger Potato. Number 75, Sci-Fi Curious. Number 88, Darth Molly. And number 97, the root of all evil. Make some noise for your Breakneck Betties. Nicely done.
And now, in the black and the pink, the Guns and Rollers. Wearing 0, that is zip. 1, 128 is Carl. 129, La Cucaracha. Wearing 139, that is Katie Postma. Number 19, Angela Death. 31 is Lauren Forcer. Wearing 316, that is Evan Helical. 324 is Charlie Chang. 325 is Marzipan. Number 345, Zaya Leslie. Wearing number 4, that is Kira Duncan. Number 48 is Payne Goodall. Number 50 is Scald Eagle. Wearing 718, MC Slammer. 757 is your captain, Morgan Levy. Wearing 808, you're gonna be sorry. And finally, number 99, Hellslinger. Put your hands together for the Guns and Rollers.
The kids like the seminal album Fragile by Yes, right? Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
They also like Air Supply. Well, puns? Well, how about
Big shout out to DJ Agent Meow for spinning the tunes tonight.
the world's best DJ?
Getting us rocking with a little bit of yes here.
I can never say no to a little bit of yes.
Exactly.
On the line, it's Zip and Darth Molly.
Darth Molly up to the front of the pack. One to beat. Darth Molly, your lead jammer.
Zip on the inside finds Simonis. Breaks to the out. Hung up in the middle. Oh!
Darth Molly definitely using the force to stick that landing.
Way to start. And Zip dragged to the very back of the pack. Breakneck Betty's really putting the screws to it.
Pack extending up to the front. You're gonna be sorry, digging in against Darth Molly. Here comes Simonis with the offense. Oh, Morgan Levy with the force out. There's the call off.
Almost. What a way to start the evening.
Yeah,
Yikes.
the flying apex jump. Gotta love that start. And next up, we have Scald Eagle and Danger Potato.
Scald Eagle up the outside, looking for a way through. Right now hung up with the Betties. Breaks out. Lead jammer, Scald Eagle.
And Danger Potato mashing through the pack.
Scald Eagle tears through the pack and calls it off.
Last minute apex jump there.
And Danger Potato picking up 4.
GNR on the board.
And we have an official timeout This official timeout brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor and welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
It's on the top of the other page. So during timeouts, we don't say anything.
Okay.
Because they're going to start talking in a little bit.
Yeah.
And then if we, sometimes we'll squeeze in something now while they're talking amongst themselves. But it has to be about something rather than just a read. Because we don't want to run them over. Some of them are real good at using the microphone and some of them are not.
Right.
So it's real easy to run them over. Bling is very good.
And I have that Deb Counts Tabor like raised in my brain.
Pretty much that, or like
It's like a Pavlovian reaction.
You could Deb Counts Sabres every time out. Then like Zoom Care and Gem on Hawthorne. Gem on Hawthorne you can throw in. Those are mostly for us. The Zoom Care one you can throw in at the very beginning of a timeout. Yeah. But you always have to read the Deb Counts Table one. Yeah. And we're right back at it.
And we've got Evangelical and Stomps as your jammer.
Evangelical plowing through the front, but it's Stomps taking a lead jammer for your Breakneck Betties. Evangelical cycled to the inside. Simonis with the great flying tap keeps Evangelical at the back of the pack.
Forearm call on Bertha beatdown.
Stomps through the pack for another 4. Evangelical through the pack and on a scoring pass. Is an apex jump now a mandatory thing? It's going to go on all night. Zip and spring roll on the track.
Zip finds a lane. Barely. Spring roll getting help from Root of All Evil.
Swing and a miss. Ripley couldn't quite stop Zip. Man, that was a short one.
PBR is back. Head on over to the Plow Stop Bar and get yourself something to drink.
Read it strong.
And next up, we're going to have Darth Molly and Scald Eagle on that Jam on Hawthorne jam line.
Please do. Scald Eagle driving right into the pack. One more. Drop to the end. Not recycled.
Darth Molly, your lead jammer. Phenomenal work from Gray's Lobotomy. Making sure Scald did not get lead.
Molly deep in it. Decides to call it off. The pressure coming from the Scald Eagle.
Streaming broadcasts are brought to you by S1 Helmets. Thank you, S1 Helmets.
I'll get better. You'll get it. You're just reading them. It's the first time. So usually I do.
All right, next up, we have Danger Potato and Evangelical.
S1 helmets. They like to hear their name as many. And it also, it gets you on track. Helical around the outside, takes lead jammer.
And track cut on somebody. That's Charlie Chang.
Helical re-engages the pack. Drops in, calls it off, and it worked.
Just in time.
Rebel Heart Therapy. Rebel Heart Therapy, individual and relational therapy for Portland's black sheep and unicorns.
push that thing right up to here. If you blow it out, we'll just turn you down. Push it right up to your chin.
All right, Stomps and Zip are your jammers. Zip on the inside line. Forced back.
Stomps dropped to the out, dragged to the back by Leslie.
Gray's lobotomy is everywhere tonight. Big offense from Zulu Mother Smother.
Stomp still trying to break out of the box. Bertha beat down, smothering Charlie Chang. And Stomps decided to call it off.
Sasquatch HR, making nonprofit and small business workplaces better. SasquatchHR.org.
It's way better. They're not that great, so you really got to swallow it.
I should know this from playing music my whole life.
I love you, meow. Mother, you feel comfortable? Yes.
Scald Eagle and a spring roll on the line. Spring roll makes a run for it. MC Slammer almost puts it to end, and Scald Eagle breaks out, but is not your lead jammer.
And smart call off by Spring Roll.
That was mayhem.
Don't forget your sponsor, Rip Black Cat Plumbing, your local neighborhood plumbing company and proud sponsor of RCR since forever.
I am here for the mayhem.
It was anarchy. Evangelical and Darth Molly on the line.
Bertha beat down with the offense, but great defense from MC Slammer and company.
Beat down once again. Terrific night playing defense for your Breakneck Betties. Evangelical lead jammer for GNR.
And here comes Catcher and company. And we have a star pass to Simonis.
Morgan Levy running the line on Simonis. Simonis breaks out.
Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery, John's Landing's favorite eatery and saloon. That one wasn't meant for me.
And Zip, Danger Potato. Danger Potato looks for the inside lane. Carl shuts it down.
Everybody going for the front of the pack, and it's Danger Potato breaking out first.
Phenomenal play by Ripley there. Offense and defense at the same time.
Zip getting manhandled at the front of the pack with Ripley, who is now on the way to the penalty box for a direction of play call.
And we have a team timeout being called by GNR. This team timeout brought to you by Debit Count Staber and welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers. I'm watching like the Super Bowl, timeout, and I'm like, Debit Count Staber.
He's like a robot.
Jax was dying when I was doing that. Yeah. Next up on that Jam on Hawthorne Jam line, Scald Eagle and Stomps.
Scald Eagle right up the middle of the pack. Right now, Simonis running the line. Scald making holes, finding a door. Lead jammer, GNR.
Zaya Leslie and company holding up Stomps. Scald Eagle doing Scald Eagle-y things.
Simonis punching Scald Eagle's ticket all the way through the pack, and still.
And star pass, Simonis.
Scald Eagle nails the pack on the outside and calls it off. Holy mackerel.
Support of our RCR-owned business. The parents of Pedals own But Ritual Dies, a unique brick and mortar shop, dye studio in Southeast Portland.
That one's rough. Some of them aren't really written very well to read.
I know. I was trying to make it better, but I failed.
No, you just punch it up. You make it more exciting.
All right, Evan Helical and Spring Roll are your jammers. Spring Roll front of the pack. Duncan, last line of defense. Now Charlie Chang.
Evan Helical breaks out at the same time. Charlie Chang to the penalty box. Spring Roll calls it off on the outside.
Head over to Killer Burger. 5 minutes to burgers, beer, and bottomless fries.
I was in school in 1984.
As was I.
No, I mean high school.
As was I.
It's a bunch of old dudes up here.
I was born in '68, my friend.
Oh, I'm only a year old.
All right, we have Zip and Darth Molly. We're at the pivot line. Still no lead jammer. Darth Molly making a run for it. You're gonna be sorry. Not able to hold the line.
Nice. Good run. Zip trying to find a way around. Zulu cannot, breaks out. Just in case you're wondering, this game is going really fast.
Don't forget our penalty box sponsor, Laughing Planet, food that is good for people and the planet. Their menu offers vegetarian, vegan, paleo, and gluten-free dishes.
We've only had 5 penalties so far in the first 14 minutes.
That's fabulous. Scald Eagle and Danger Potato on the line. Scald sees some sunshine and grabs it.
Wow.
Danger Potato fights to the front, breaks out for a scoring pass. Scald drives the line.
Get your two-town cider, damn fine cider, made right here in the Pacific Northwest. Grab a bright cider now.
All right, next up we have Stomps and Evan Helical.
Helical drives right up the middle. Simonis grabs the inside line.
Grace lobotomy just everywhere on the track that Evan Helical wants to be.
Simonis with a huge block drops Evan Helical to the inside, and they start over at the back of the pack.
And track cut on Stomps.
Simonis just blocking all up and down the street.
And Grace lobotomy burying Evan Helical.
Leslie setting the record straight.
Directional play penalty on Leslie.
Stumps back on the track. You're going to be sorry running the outside of that line with Levy.
Katie Postma, Morgan Levy doing great work at the back of the pack. Catcher coming in to play some offense. Katie Postma holding up just long enough for You're Gonna Be Sorry to get there.
Breakneck Betties just holding down. Evangelical finally breaks free. Stalled at the apex.
Head on over to the Plow Stop Bar for your liquid death.
All right, we have an official review being called by GNR. This official review brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor. Welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
This is more like it.
Yeah.
We showed up at the end of it. Yeah, it was like pretty big lead.
One team at the beginning of that game had scored more than both of these teams together in like the first 5 minutes of the last game.
That's right.
GNR is requesting a cut call on the Betties jammer for cutting their own skaters.
Yeah, I'm no stranger to that. My daughter is on a Undead Avengers.
Oh, yeah.
And last summer it was like I was like,
Wiped out.
yeah, they just wiped everybody out. It was like almost not fun. I'm
It's
like,
fun to watch, but when
My-
it's your kid, man.
well, but I was like rooting for the other teams, and I'm like, good job, Nico, but but go get him.
Upon review, only one teammate was cut, therefore no cut call is warranted. GNR does not retain the review for the half.
Call stands,
Thank you, Darth Blaine.
and we're right back at it. Blockers take the track, jammers take their positions, and we are up and at 'em. Angela,
And
it's-
Spring Roll just powering through.
Angela Death out of the pack. Chang up front. Charlie Chang swing and a miss.
Track cut, Spring Roll. Smack Torrance burying Angela Death.
Up front, out goes Angela Death. Both teams jockeying for position to slow down. GNR jammer. Angela Death to the outside and drag to the very back of the pack.
Jackpot and company holding that back line.
Ripley cycles up to the outside, running the line.
And forearm penalty, Angela Death. So now the power jam goes the other direction.
Spring roll finds Charlie Chang on the outside line with Morgan Levy and is dropped to the outside. Direction of play.
Lots of direction of play penalties.
Ripley on the way to the box to join Smack Torrance. Spring roll to the inside.
Good force out by MC Slammer.
Less than 12 minutes left at halftime. You're going to want to get your raffle tickets. Here they come. I see them moving out. Nicotine Kills holding up the tickets.
Almost $600 worth of merch to be given away in the raffle tonight. All of which I'll go over with you at the next jam. Timeout called. Let me tell you about that raffle. Actually, you tell them about the raffle. Just read what they're giving away and say what it's worth.
All right, looks like we got a $25 Steep Jack gift card, hat and growler, a $25 gift certificate to Selwood Pet Supply, $20 in handcrafted resin art, a $200 value gift certificate to Stronger Skate Park, it's a Stronger Skate Park skateboard, a $40 Betties VIP 520 game, for the 5. 2 bags of coffee from Broken Robot, a meal for 2 at 28 Tigers worth $40, $100 and $110 of sports bra merch, and $75 value from 187 gear pads.
Total $589 worth of awesome derby swag to be given away for $1 each. 10 for 5, 20 for your height. Get them now, get them often. Scald Eagle on the track.
Along with Darth Molly. Payne Goodall providing the offense. Scald Eagle. Olay. Star pass to Simonis, but not
Whistle.
okay.
Katie Postma to the penalty box.
GNR has only one blocker. Well, Payne Goodall is back, but I think waiting in the queue. Simonis with the apex jump.
Scald hung up at the front of the pack for just a second. Breaks through for another 4. Simonis, 2 more to get by.
Simonis with the moves.
Scald plows through the pack. Massive jam for Simonis and Scald Eagle.
Wow, that was awesome.
Are you not entertained?
Get your secret aardvark locally made flavor that kicks you in the mouthful.
Oh, it's Evan Helical and Danger Potato back on the line.
Danger Potato working against Carl and Charlie Chang. Here comes Ripley with the offense.
Around the outside goes Evan Helical.
Danger Potato stays in the track.
Trailhead Credit Union, get your financial guidance for whatever trail you choose.
$11 points separating these teams.
Stomps and Zip are your jammers.
Stomps breaks out, but Zip was through first for lead jammer. Taking the option to call it off.
United Athletic Club. United Athletic Club is where fitness happens in Southeast Portland. Many classes are taught by Rose City Rollers skaters.
Spring roll and Scald Eagle on the line. Scald breaks through for some sunshine on the outside.
And spring roll out as well on the initial.
Ripley setting up the line. Scald.
WSL Leadership Coaching help you be more awesome in your work, sport, and life.
Evangelical, Darth Molly are your jammers. Grace lobotomy
Zulu.
holding the line. And Darth Molly, your lead jammer.
Simonis almost had a piece of that. Evangelical breaking free. Darth Molly plowing the back of the pack.
Let's give a shout out to sponsors Dye My Darling Hair Salon, Porque No Taqueria, PDX Pipeline, and the Portland Mercury.
Dye My Darling is Mrs. Pun's approved.
Me too. They make my gray look so natural. Zip and Danger Potato on the line.
Zip working against Jackpot up at the front of that pack.
Zip does not stop and breaks through. Danger Potato right behind. Betty set up the line. Put the brakes on Zip. That jam is off.
Supporting an RCR sponsor, help us out. Post on social media and tag hashtag RCR sponsor. You could be entered to win a pair of VIP tickets to one of our games.
And we have an official timeout. This official timeout brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor. Welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
In the previous jam, Betty's jammer will be issued a skating out of bounds penalty at the end of the jam.
Thank you, Darth Bling. So this will be a power start for Scald Eagle. People I never want to see on a power start. That list, top of it, Scald Eagle.
Well, Breakneck Betties setting up to slow down Scald Eagle. Cannot be done. A forearm penalty is called. Scald Eagle to the Laughing Planet penalty box. Danger Potato now deep in the pack. Charlie
Great
Chang.
work by Charlie Chang and MC Slammer.
MC Slammer and Charlie Chang on the breakdown there. Right now it's Levy, Chang, you're gonna be sorry. And that wall is gonna be difficult to remove. Scald Eagle back on the track.
And here comes the offense from the Betties. Cap has been pulled. There can be no lead jammer.
Scald Eagle around the outside. This could be the jam. Scald Eagle wading deep into the pack.
Great work from Gray's lobotomy. And Danger Potato through.
And the score is tied at 64-64. And the score is tied at 68-68. Danger Potato plows the line. That jam is over, and
Betty's just holding on to that lead.
You want to represent your favorite team? Head on over to the merch booth. We got some sweet RCR shirts.
Evangelical and spring roll on the line. Both jammers out to an early start. Ripley dragging the pack forward, getting ready for Evangelical. Has to let it go.
Shout out to Rose City sponsors, Sisu Mouth Guards, 187 Killer Pads, and S1 helmets.
And we have a tie game.
Ooh, the crowd went wild for the number 72. Zip and Darth Molly on the line. Darth Molly driving the entire pack right now.
Zip, lead jammer by inches.
Holy mackerel. Don't get in her way.
Wow. Hey, we still got a tie game.
You know the best part? It's only the first half. Scald Eagle and Stomps on the line. Stomps! Scald flying through the turn.
And we still have a tie game.
Carl to the penalty box. It's intermission. Coming up, tricycle races. Those of you who know what tricycle races are, get ready. And the raffle.
Your last chance probably right now to get raffle tickets.
All right, welcome back to this tied game.
What?
That is Zip and Spring Roll. Spring Roll looks at the outside edge. Lead jammer.
Zip breaking out. Betties were ready for that one.
I'm exhausted just watching this.
I'm exhausted. I mean, every day, all day. GNR down 1 to the penalty box right now. Scald Eagle out for lead jammer.
And here comes Darth Molly.
Oh! Didn't work.
And
Enjoying the bout tonight. Don't forget to tag us on Insta, Facebook, or Twitter with the handle @Rose City Rollers.
GNR now trailing by 1.
Well, I know. I've got to go back to this. Like, a lot of this stuff. Yeah. Just trying to cover all the bases.
Danger Potato, Evangelical. Evangelical 1 to beat. Lead jammer. 0-0 jam.
S1 Helmets streaming broadcast of our 2023 games brought to you by S1 Helmet Company.
That is Stomps and Zip on that Jam on Hawthorne jam line. Carl doing great work on Stomps there. Meanwhile, Ice Hole anchoring that pack in the back. Lauren Forster with the offense.
Around the outside, Zip finds the way out. Lead jammer. Root of All Evil and Ripley on the line in the back with Zip.
Here comes Charlie Chang with some offense for Zip. Stomps 1 to beat. MC Slammer gets up just enough.
Out of play, they are compelled to let. On the line, some fancy skating, and then calls it off.
Black Cat Plumbing, your local neighborhood plumbing company and proud sponsor of RCR since forever.
And we have a lead change.
Oh! No.
I should have waited for him to announce that lead change. That's all right.
Scald Eagle spring roll. Simonis working on Scald Eagle.
Skull to the inside. Spring roll on the out with Yogana Bisari and Duncan. Morgan Levy running the line. Spring roll trying to find a way through, taking advantage of the commotion. Still Duncan. Nope. Spring roll, lead jammer.
Directional play penalty on Simonis, I believe.
Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery, John Landing's favorite eatery and saloon. Is Laurelhurst no longer a sponsor? Is that why this is X'd out? Okay, cool. It was like
All right, Evangelical pushing in front of the pack. Lead jammer Darth Molly not far behind.
Both teams down 1 to the box going into this jam. Almost.
Laurelhurst Theater and Pub, bringing the best of classic and modern cinema to Portland.
Danger Potato Zip are your jammers. Gray's Lobotomy up the front.
Wide open on the outside.
Track cut on Zip. Power jam for Danger Potato. Oh, Zip, not a track cut.
Called back onto the track. It happens. Simonis Zulu. It is a brawl at the front end. I'm not quite sure how Zip made it through that.
Assistance from Carl, I believe.
Ritual Dyes, a unique brick and mortar shop and dye studio in Southeast Portland, owned by an RCR Pedals parent.
87-81, Breakneck Betties, 1 point separating these teams.
Marzipan anchoring that tripod at the back as they work on stomps immediately. Scaldy looks for the outside, finds it. Everybody taking a shot at stomps there.
Jackpot Rudeval. Oh, and Ripley cannot stop Scald Eagle.
And we have a lead change again.
Scald Eagle around the outside.
Forearm on Marzipan. And star pass to Ice Hole.
Right now, Charlie Chang and MC Slammer holding things down. High block
on MC Slammer.
Ripley and Rudeval Eagle not there in time. Isol through for 4, Scald Eagle through for 4. Isol right up the middle, swarmed by GNR. Scald Eagle in the swarm. Scald Eagle on the in. Picks up 4 and calls it off.
5 minutes to burgers, beer, and bottomless fries. Head on over to Killer Burger.
Marzipan called, nope. Spring roll up the inside. Evangelical trying to find a way through.
Nice work from Grace Lobotomy.
I lost my words. Both jammers assaulting the pack and just breaking their way through. Spring roll. Dropped out, dragged to the back. MC Slammer back in, trying to scrape blockers off the jammer. Evangelical. Spring roll right behind.
And the Betties are looking to run this.
Both jammers deep in the pack.
That Laughing Planet penalty box is clear.
Payne Goodall, MC Slammer, and Morgan Levy up front.
Catcher in the thigh, working on Morgan Levy at the front of that triangle.
The wall remains. Spring roll to the inside. Slammer drops in, just a little too late. Spring roll, sweeps the outside.
Wow.
PBR is back. PBR is back, baby. Head on over to the Plow Stop Bar and get some.
Maybe I will.
Meet you there after the game.
Darth Mully and Zip are your jammers. Both jammers looking for an inside lane.
Darth Molly just getting bounced through the pack.
Ripley
Check.
and Smack Torrance pound and Zip as Zip makes a play for the front of the pack. And Darth Molly, great offense from Smack Torrance.
Zip still hung up in the pack. Breaks out. Darth Molly threw for 4.
Rebel Heart Therapy. Rebel Heart Therapy is individual and relational therapy for Portland's black sheep and unicorns.
Angela Death, Danger Potato, your jammers.
Scald holding the line on the outside. That means Angela Death is your lead jammer. Simonis cannot put a stop to that.
Angela Death, not lead jammer. Star pass to Simonis.
Oh, Scald with a huge hit in the straightaway. Slowed Simonis right down, putting Scald Eagle in the box.
And here comes the offense. Gray's lobotomy, last line of defense. Forces Angela Death to recycle.
Scald Eagle back on the track. Angela Death running the outside line. Ripley left to get by.
Angela Death keeping the skates in.
Angela Death around the outside for 4 more.
Wow.
Sasquatch HR, making nonprofit and small business workplaces better. SasquatchHR.org.
And after that 16-12 jam, we just have 7 points between these two teams with 15 minutes to go.
Honestly, I don't know if I can handle it.
I don't know if I can either.
Timeout called. By the Breakneck Betties.
This timeout brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor, and welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
Honestly, if this goes on much longer, I'm going to have the vapors.
Oh my God. Ooh, Ripley's in penalty trouble.
Oy vey. That's really rough.
Oh, that back block got moved over to MC Slammer.
That makes sense because she was the one who was in the box. All right, after that refreshing break, we are right back at it. Evangelical and Stomps on the line.
Stomps, your lead jammer.
Evangelical driving the line forward. They are compelled to allow Evangelical to go. Stomps. Brings us down to a 3-point game.
Laurelhurst Pub and Theater, bringing the best of classic and modern cinema to Portland.
That is Scald Eagle and Spring Roll.
Spring roll off like a shot. A little boost from Simonis got things going. Gray's lobotomy to the penalty box.
And we have a lead change.
Yeah, that's awesome. Zip, Darth Molly.
Paying it all up to play offense. Creates that lane. Zip is your lead jammer.
Betty's down 1 to the penalty box. Everybody's up front. Zip from the floor, calling it off.
Head on over to the Buffalo Gap Eatery and Saloon.
Oh.
John's Landing's favorite eatery and saloon.
And we have a lead change.
Again.
And official review being asked for by the Breakneck Betties. This official review brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor. Welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
Betties is asking for a skating out of bounds penalty on the GNR jammer.
As you can see on the Nacho Jumbotron, sponsored by Zoom.
Gotcha.
But I did that like 4 times in the last game, so this time once we did. 12 minutes left. Skip to, and that was like pop up. Anything you missed,
Upon review, no skate out of bounds penalty is warranted. Betties does not retain the review for the half.
Evangelical and Danger Potato.
And direction of play penalty on Ripley.
Evangelical almost free. Drop to the inside. And it's Danger Potato breaking out for lead jammer.
Great work from Grace Lobotomy. Just in time, and we have a tie game.
Look at that scoreboard. It's brought to you by Zoom Care with 28 locations in the Portland area. It's the healthcare you need when, where, and how you want it. Zoomcare.com.
Nice.
Scald Eagle and stomps. Scald Eagle to the front. Scald Eagle, lead jammer.
Cut called on You're Gonna Be Sorry. Scald Eagle through for 4.
And that was a, oh, Scald Eagle.
And now she's just showing off. Scald Eagle hammering the back of the line, plows through for another 4.
Stops, looking for a lane. Hellslinger and company holding the line.
Box is clear, everyone's on the track. Scald Eagle. GNR doing a great job holding down stomps, but now
We have a star pass to Ice Hole. Multiplayer block sends Payne get all to the box.
Ice Hole through for 4. Scald Eagle
with the head
wades
fake.
into the pack.
That jammer line brought to you by Jam on Hawthorne. Portland's best vegan-friendly, booze-friendly, kid-friendly, omnivore-friendly, everybody-friendly restaurant.
Zip pushing to the front. Gets taken down in a pileup at the back. And there's spring roll.
Zip taken to the back of the pack. Spring roll on the assault. GNR trying to set up to slow down spring roll.
And the crowd. And Zip being recycled behind Bertha beatdown.
Spring roll and fuego! Drop to the out, now taken to the back of the track. Spring roll.
And we have a star pass to Carl.
I thought that was it.
Spring roll breaks through for one more. Plenty of time.
High block for him.
24 points on the board for spring roll. 26 points.
And we have a lead change. And a timeout called by Guns and Rollers. This timeout brought to you by Deb Count Staber, and welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Roll City Rollers. Oh my God.
That's the best thing I've ever seen spring roll do.
Yeah.
I've never seen her skate like that.
But she's been improving like every Yeah.
Yeah, but that was like a Star Eagle jam.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, now they're down 20 points. Are they going to be able to? I was like, boom.
So for those of you at home, 167, 169, Breakneck Betties. Just under 7 minutes left in regulation play. Timeout's over, and we are right back at it.
Evangelical Darth Molly, 7 minutes to go.
Both teams down one to the penalty box right now.
That pack is just, it's like a black hole. Darth Molly digging in.
And GNR not letting the line go until on the inside. Darth Molly takes lead jammer. Darth Molly calling it off on the line.
2 points.
That's hot like some secret aardvark. Local made flavor that kicks you in the mouth.
Returning to the line, Danger Potato and Scald Eagle.
Danger Potato finds MC Slammer on the outside. Simonis with the force out.
Scald Eagle up front. Lead jammer. Scald right up the middle, calls it off.
3 points stolen at the end by Danger Potato.
WSL Leadership Coaching, helping you be more awesome in your work, sport, and life.
There we go. Evangelical pushing towards the front. Gets caught up on Smack Torrance.
GNR dropping the line on Stomps. Stomps to the penalty box. That leaves Evangelical on the track unopposed.
Well, not unopposed, but
Power jam.
Back block, MC Slammer.
Evangelical holding it together on the line. Lead change.
Trailhead Credit Union, get financial guidance for whatever trail you choose.
Power start, Scald Eagle. Scald Eagle recycled behind Simonis.
Stomps, runs right the line, right into GNR. Scald Eagle again, recycled to the back of the pack. Scald.
United Athletic Club. United Athletic Club, where fitness happens in Southeast Portland. Many classes are taught by Rose City Rollers skaters.
All right, folks, we have a 1-point game.
Zip and Darth Molly on the line.
And Zip, lead jammer. Star pass, ice hole.
ISO muscles through the pack. Finds a way out. Zip wading through it right now. One more to get by.
And that was a 4-point jam, so we still have a 1-point game.
Scald Eagle and Danger Potato.
Danger Potato, lead jammer.
GNR looking to hold the line at the front end.
And a timeout called by somebody. Tie game!
This timeout brought to you by Deb Count Saber.
Holy mackerel.
Y'all having a good time?
And we're right back at it. Oh, Scald Eagle and spring roll. Scald wading up to the front.
Spring roll, lead jammer.
Scald Eagle taking a beating through the pack. Simonis to get by.
And timeout. GNR. And here we go. This is it. Evangelical, Darth Molly, are your jammers. Darth Molly, lead jammer. Wow! And your MVP blocker is?
Zaya!
Zaya! Your MVP jammer is?
Spring roll.
Spring roll. And MVP blocker?
Zulu.
Zulu. And your MVP fan?
Elliot.
Elliot. There's a child named Elliot who's the MVP fan. We'll find them. All right. Thanks, y'all. Do some pictures.